This is the Night Wolf howling at you, and today we're going to be taking a look at a G.I. Joe vehicle from the 3 3/4/4 inch line. This is not from the actual O-ring line. However, I do believe the vehicle itself is still the same mold that came out in the 80s. This is the Cobra H.I.S.S Tank 3, which means it's the one that came with the blue driver instead of the red driver. I want to say they had, well, obviously they had three tanks that came out. I think the first one in this line was the standard Cobra Black H.I.S.S tank with whoever the pilot of that one was. The second one I want to say was a red H.I.S.S tank, but I'm not 100% sure because I don't remember it. Because I didn't really buy these ones because I think this was like the Walmart exclusive line a few years ago. And they didn't really release a whole lot, to be honest, I don't think, when they did the Walmart exclusive one. I think it was a handful of figures, and I think I got like three of them. I like Scarlet, Baroness, um, Stalker, and I think I got one uh, Cobra Trooper. If we take a look on the back, we get to see a product image, and his file card has a bit of information for him. Since this is a specific character and not just a generic tank pilot, we have his name as Fred T. Booth III. His role is the H.I.S.S driver, primary specialty heavy equipment operator, and the birthplace was Fall River, Massachusetts. Mean and fearless doesn't begin to describe Rip It. This guy knows only one thing: destroy or be destroyed. I actually do kind of wonder, like, how many of the characters that they created for this line, for Cobra specifically, since we still got the red, white, and blue as like the real American hero version of G.I. Joe, and not the weird UN international thing that they did for a while, especially when the live action movie first came out. But I wonder how many of them are born in other countries. The Baroness being the only one I can think of offhand. Oh, Destro too, since he's supposed to be Scottish. Well, let's go ahead and open up this box. Now, I believe in the 80s that the G.I. Joe vehicles actually came more like model kits. I don't know if they still did that with this or not. Oh, there is some assembly required, but apparently not a whole lot. And I guess this could technically be the start of the plastic-free packaging that they were trying to do before they announced it as plastic-free packaging. Now, one of the reasons why I decided to pick this up is because I know that before the year is over, we're supposed to get the classified H.I.S.S tank from the HasLab, and I do have two of those coming to me because I'm kind of a bit of a psycho and obsessed with having two vehicles when it comes to them. So we have the treads. They are made to look like they are dusty and used. The treads themselves don't move, but we do have some wheels underneath them. And they roll better than most of the Transformers that I've seen recently. Let's go ahead and cut this out from behind here. Oh, that came loose too. So, not a full assembly job like I believe it was back in the 80s, but still an assembly job that needs to be done. What's kind of interesting is here at the bottom, it does look like it's designed to attach some more guns to it, but I didn't see any in any of the images here. Let's see. They didn't really give us any instructions, so I guess it's up to us to figure out how it's supposed to go on there. There we go. Snap that in place like that. There are no stickers in place either. Huh. So inside we have this big open area that would be great for holding people if, you didn't have to stick this in there. We got three little tabby things, so We will spin this around until they all fit in place and allow us to put it in there. The plastic on here does not feel particularly good, though, to be honest. It feels kind of cheap. It makes me wish I had a vintage one that I could compare it to. Let's go ahead and open our little packet here, which should come with our figure and our canopy. We'll just tear it. Ooh, and the decals. Okay, that was an asinine way to do that, because that is so messed up. But I guess at least they're the clear decals and not the water-based ones, which I fail at putting on every time. I guess we found the instructions too. Oops. My bad. Here we have our roughly 3 3/4 to 4-inch sized figure. Looks like he's wearing the thigh-high boots like the Baroness likes. And we have a figure stand that just says Cobra Trooper on it. The pegs are both kind of off center, so you can get more of a pose. He unfortunately does not seem to come with any kind of weapon for himself. And we have the canopy. Ah. There we go. We got their generic bit of information. And this tells you roughly how to put it together. I guess that would have been handy to have seen before I put it together. And here we have where it tells us where the decals go. Let's see how well I can do with that. Well, one right out here. Tank number 813. I don't quite see the point of this little tank one at the bottom here. This looks kind of dumb. And I can't get it off the sheet. There we go. And they want that to go under here. I don't know, that seems kind of... because it looks like it's kind of too big to really fit evenly under there. Yeah, see? I didn't even get it straight. Man, I suck at this. And I don't have enough of a fingernail to actually grab it and take it off and redo it. This is why I like it better when the decals are already in place. Let's go ahead and see if we can redo that. There we go. And the blue basically meshes in with the blue of the tank, so that was also kind of pointless. We got the 2 of 21, which I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean. So it does kind of make me wonder if this thing actually released in February of 2021 originally. And again, I cannot get the sticker off of there. Also not sure why they put it on a circle. There we go. We got ourselves a Cobra logo to stick on there too. After all, this is a Cobra tank. Looks like we got it pretty straight. Hooray! The SM8A, which goes... Okay, why didn't you tell us to put those on before we stuck this together? that is going to be a pain in the butt to try to get on there. Because they want this to go over here. Let's try this. Yeah, yeah, that would have been so much easier to do before the tread was put on there. It's roughly in the right spot though. So that takes care of, well, no. One of these little V's is supposed to go right about here. Why, I am not sure, and I did not get that straight. That sucks. We shall turn this around to the front, where we are supposed to put the little light bar thing inside the snout. This is another one of those things where it would have been far easier to do if this thing was, in multiple parts. Hasbro, what were you thinking when you did this? Because, like, look at this. The sticker is actually too big to even go in there as it is. But we'll try it anyway. Okay. I'm sure this is a really exciting video right now. I wonder how many of you have looked at this and like, this guy's an idiot, and turned it off. Oh, if I wasn't OCD, this would be so much better. I feel like cheating. Cut a little bit off the sides and a little bit off the bottom. Now it fits a little bit better inside. Not perfect, but better. We're supposed to put this little weird hook thingy on the front too, which that seems strange also because that looks like that should go in the back with a tow cable bit. This actually goes on top of the part here. I'm thinking that if you're in position to read this, you're probably in a lot of trouble. We will toss a Cobra logo here on the back. I guess technically if you wanted to put these anywhere you wanted, you could. I also kind of like it when they have like the little indents though to help you position the stickers properly. Not like this indent, because this really should have been split apart. Like if these two halves were not together, you could have put that sticker on there so much easier. I got the A13. which now I wish I'd kind of lined it up with the back here instead of towards the front. And we once again go back to this stupid little tank thing. We'll position it back here. I hope all this is actually getting caught on camera. I'm afraid I'm like going out of frame. Now the 2 of 21 again. I suppose this could be the second tank in the fleet or whatever. And that's why it's got the 2 of 21. Maybe it's a fleet of 21 tanks. We got this other stupid little sticker again, which, like previously, would have been nice to known it went in place before putting the tread on. But there we go, we got that in place. We got the teeny tiny little V. You see it right here. And our last two stickers, small Cobra logo, to go on the front of the cannons, like so. And then a control panel. Okay. It shows it going this way, but it looks like it's too wide for that. Let's try something. Yeah, I guess if we put it all the way at the bottom, but to me it should be at the top, you know? But it only really fits at the bottom. Oops. So there we go. We got our H.I.S.S Tank 3, which is blue, and it's blue pilot. We got the inside there, no deco at all. And those things that looked like they should have held on a extra gun down here is actually what clips it in place. We will take our figure and slide him inside to drive. And you have to be careful. Now, of course, the canopy is a very dark smoked plastic here, so it's really hard to see him inside there. I don't even know if he's showing up on camera or not. But we can also stick him in the back. Maybe. So we can also play the part of gunner. And because of the way it's designed, the figure spins with the cannon. Honestly, I mean, the H.I.S.S tank is a pretty unique design for a vehicle. I do wonder if this would be at all a practical design to actually make in real life or not. Because that would be pretty cool, you know. We also have pegs on the back so you can theoretically stick one figure, or you could also do two figures if you had two of these figures, which I don't. So I will admit, besides the fact that it was kind of cool to see this at Ollies, which I don't know how long ago these came out. You know, I'm just speculating at that 2021, but I couldn't tell you. But with the classified HISS tank coming out soon, I thought it'd be good to have one of these to compare it to. So when I saw this for $12.99, I went right at it. And honestly, like I said, it does look cool. Um, and we've got like this little hook back here, so we could attach other things to travel with. I don't know if this line of figures had anything that would attach to there, but we do know that they are making something like that for the classified HISS tank. So that'll be cool. And it still rolls better than the majority of Transformers do nowadays. So you know what? Run to Ollie's, pick it up if you want it, because it is nice to have. And at $12.99, if you want to do troop building on your tanks, you can troop build your tanks. It would be really awesome if we found the other two versions there as well, but I seriously doubt we'll see that, which is unfortunate. So anyway, I think this will conclude our review, unboxing, and assembly of the Cobra H.I.S.S 3. Please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and thank you for watching. Peace and love.